It's a lovely afternoon, and I'm going to keep at the 1951 Kaiser Special here. We've got the engine kind of freed up, and of course not this engine. If you're just joining us, this engine is toast. I've got another engine, and we're getting that ready to go back in this car. And so today my goal is to get the engine assembled, kind of roughly clean the valves up, get the head back on it, get the carburetor on it, get the distributor working, quickly wire it up and see if it'll fire on the ground. So if we can make it produce any kind of noise and fire, then I will put that aside, and next week when the fellas are back, we will install it in the car. We spent the last couple of days getting pictures for the 2025 Cold War Motors calendar. I'm very excited about how that went. They all turned out really good, and it's going to be a fantastic calendar. But it did take away from the amount of time I had to tinker on the cars, and unfortunately I can't ask the fellas to come out here 3 days in a row. So you and I are going to put this engine together, and let's see how it's going here. My goal sometime this week is to get that broken head stud out of there and get these valves kind of lapped in a little better, and kind of just scrape all the carbon off of this guy, get it ready to put the cylinder head back on. Other than the broken stud, which was broken when we got here, I'm really quite encouraged about this engine. No reason to believe that this engine can't be made to be very reliable. I probably won't make you watch me sit here and drill this for several hours, so anyway, that's what's happening. Right, Min? What do you think? Fun, hey? Alright, let's see where we got to. Hey braggers, what do you think? I believe we have the valves freed up. So my goal today is do a cleanup of the valve seats the best that we can. Scrape the carbon, clean this up the best we can, get it nice and tidy. Then we have to clean up the cylinder head, which is not too hard on these because it's just a flat piece of steel basically. So we got to clean that up. And somewhere one of the fellas must have stashed a distributor for this thing. Anyway, whatever, I'm sure we'll find it. So let's put this entire engine together and try and fire it right here. So we'll need a battery and something to kneel on, because it's going to be a long day of scraping crap. Got my toothbrush. Alright, here's where we left off. Actually not bad. I'm really happy with the state of this engine. I'm gonna start cleaning up the cylinder bores, and we'll see. It looks like there's a bit of a ridge, but it's hard to tell here right now if that's wear or just carbon. Probably a bit of both. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna start just cleaning up around the valve seats. It looks like the valve seats and valves are serviceable as is, and it would save a lot of hours if we don't have to worry about those right now. So unless I see major corrosion on any of the valve seats, we're going to just go with running it after a good cleaning. So I'll get started on that. And Honey Bunny is going to be cleaning the cylinder head. Right, Bunny? And the head also seems to be in excellent condition. Just needing the usual cleaning up. I don't see any evidence that it ever had blown a head gasket, so we'll give it a very quick check, but if I don't see any sign of it being badly warped, it's going back on after just a little bit of cleaning. And that should do it. These engines shouldn't really take much more than a day or two to get them back running again. And as usual, we'll be reusing the head gasket because I'm a cheap bastard. Alright, going around cleaning up the valves and seats. And so if you're wondering, a good way, or at least one way, to avoid having to disassemble everything to clean the valve seats is to fold a piece of emery paper in half, slide it under the valve face there, or under the valve, and then I roll the engine over until I can just barely move that piece of sandpaper, because the valve's going to start squeezing on it, and that allows me to get a little bit of pressure on the valve seat with the sandpaper, and just go around a bunch of times, and you know, it's not obviously intended to be a valve job, but from what I can see on the valves, they are actually all in really good shape. So all I'm really trying to do here is make sure that there's not some carbon or rust that's going to stop them from sealing. And so, and of course we'll be going up and down a bunch of times around the whole process cleaning it, but that's a quickie way to get the valve seats cleaned up. Valves themselves, I just nice tools as usual. Just go around like this, and that gets any loose shit off. It's obviously not going to fix any burning or wear, but I don't really see any, so all I'm really trying to do is get any surface rust or carbon off. We're going to keep at it. It's a hot day and a lot of work if we're going to try and fire this thing this afternoon. Okay, got the block cleaned up, valve seats cleaned, cylinders cleaned. It's can we see in there? Yeah, a little bit. There we go, cylinders cleaned, and block cleaned, valves cleaned, everything going up and down. Give her a quick test here. Alright, I'm going to clean the head gasket, and I think Honey Bunny has the head done, and then we're putting it back together. So there we go. That's after scrubbing it with Scotch-Brite to get all of the heavy crusty stuff off, and cleaning, of course, very carefully around the sealing ring there. And we're gonna hose it down with a pretty good coat of spray gasket. That's good stuff, especially when you're using old gaskets. Can never be too sticky. Okay, I'm going to paint this while this dries. We'll clean the head and clean the bolts, and then we're hammering it back together. Then we got to phone Ashley and find out where the distributor is. Nice candy red. Okay.
Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, I didn't see all that because it was dark.
Did you do any of them?
No! I forgot! Sorry.
Cylinder head is done. Wow. Hey, Honey Bunny, nice job there. That looks excellent. Now, would you pour a little alcohol on that?
It's time to celebrate.
Yeah, time to celebrate with some alcohol. Okay, so we've cleaned and blown and scraped and vacuumed all the cooling ports out the best we can, but we can't risk any crap falling out of there onto the heavily glued up head gasket. So we're going to do what the internet showed me, or one of you in the comments, is the shaving cream. Then we're ready to hammer it together, I think. Got all the bolts cleaned. As you can see, they're all carefully, okay, well, they're clean anyway. That's
the best a man can get.
There it is. Yes, exactly. Now you're getting it. Just happy I found a use for that stuff. Okay, this is so much easier than doing it in the car. It's almost like cheating. Shit. Oh no, that should go in. This is the distributor drive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Wasn't too bad. Okay. I'm going to leave that. We got to go to the other car because there's a couple of brackets. So we're going to go over to the parts car, figure out where the brackets go, and then we're going to come back and hammer it together. This is the broken one, so we may have a bit of trouble with that one because the hole is not quite tapped exactly on center, so that might cause a situation. This is when you're happy you've tapped all the threaded holes in the block, so everything spins in finger tight. No wondering if it's going to work or break. Take it easy. Okay, these are all, what, 9/16? Okay, before we go any further, are we forgetting anything? Do not think so. It'll be close. It might go, it might not. If it doesn't go, we just have to oversize that hole a tiny little bit. I'm going to get the impact and run these down.
Okay.
Then we're going to torque wrench them all. Okay, now we tried to put the screwed up one in. See if that'll go. It's going, I think.
Huh.
That's a relief. I didn't want any bullshit. The trouble with that gasket sealer is once you put it on, that is a permanent installation. So that is a repaired head. Well, okay, now we'll get the torque wrench and we'll bring them up to right before they break, whatever that is. Okay, here we go. We found the distributor, which is awesome. Luckily, somebody had the good sense to look under the hood of the car And I'll leave you to guess who, because it wasn't me. Some oil on that. It's not perfect. It looks like, do not know how this worked originally. Well, I guess I do. It's offset to one side.
Okay.
That's all. It looks like it's not, but it actually is. There we go. None of this is what I would call excellent, but I would say that it'll work. Okay, I'm going to put this in here. Then we need to find the nut that's holding this on. This has been goobered up at some time in the past, so we're just going to hope that that's going to work. All of these things seem to be broken, these distributor bases. We got 3 of them and they're all broken. This is the only one that's been semi-successfully patched up. I'm just going to get a nut and washer for there, and then we're going to set the timing for 0. And then we're going to put the distributor on, or carburetor, whatever that other thing is. That's going to have to do it. I'm going to clean the points. Okay, well, I think that it will run. It'll do something. Okay, so we have plugs. Oh yeah, I don't suppose any of that stuff is still out here, is it?
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen plugs.
And now we should. Yeah, see? Can you see the big fire there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we got spark. And we can put this together. Put that on. Man, it's so tight. Okay, it's on. Not happy about that. Okay. Okay, now we need a firing order. Let's hope that it's on here.
Yeah, it is.
153624. One. Not gonna reach. Maybe you should have checked that first. Let's put that in the cleaner as well. Yeah, kinda. That was Sunday. So I had to get the one ready for the Buick as well, which is very similar. So I thought I would go through them both. I hope that there's enough here to. Of course, I don't have any actual new parts or anything, so it's all just whatever you can clean up. You know, these are all so crusty. We're trying to avoid having them touching each other because it'll just crossfire. Put some gas in it. ID. I don't know. Is it doing anything? Why won't there be any gas? Jesus Christ. Gasket still in place? Check. Is there needle nose pliers up there? Or nothing? I think everything got put away. Okay. I just can't risk dropping this. We're so close. We're literally 2 minutes from starting it. Yeah, it pumps gas like crazy. Just it couldn't get through. These teeny little nozzles were plugged from dried up gas from sitting around. That's all it takes. Every single piece has to be perfect. You miss one fucking thing. So if I squirt gas in this, when we turn it over, it should go blah blah blah. I believe, right? Okay, here goes nothing. On. Okay, watch out. She might fall over.
Okay. Is there anything Yeah, there's a wee bit of a leak here.
No, there's a valve open.
Oh, okay.
After all that, because I know it can't be stuck open very much. Okay, so we also know that one... Oh! We had the firing order backwards.
Is that what it is?
That's one of the things. Because it goes this way. It may not have been stuck open, it might be just the backfiring because it had the stupid wires on backwards. Okay. Clear. Clear.
Something's on fire back there. Oh, okay, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
That glove with paint all over is still on fire, right?
Yeah. That's a weird fire.
Yeah.
Like, of all the dumb shit to be on fire. I think something blew out from underneath there and caught it. I think the other problem is that we are... No, we're in neutral. Okay. We gotta prop this thing up because I can tell when it catches it's gonna go. It'd be sure dumb if I was sitting here right next to a stand and didn't bother shoving it underneath somewhere. Let's get those plugs I got from Dan out of his tractor. Taking out the old, really old plugs and just putting old plugs in. Less old, we hope. So we'll hang on to these because who knows.
There might come a time when we need old plugs.
That's right. We might need the super old useless plugs one day. I think this one was firing because it's hot. But who knows? There was some firing going on. Okay. Clear. Okay, see you next week. Wow, that used a lot of fuel. I'd like it to idle. Just see what we've got, you know. Well, that's running. Huh?
There wasn't plumes of blue smoke that time.
No, well, we cleaned all the gibs out of the cylinders. But it should stay running for longer than that. Is it possible that we've got the mixture so fucking fat that it won't?
Yeah, that's probably true because it set that glove on fire on the transmission.
Half, one and a bit. Oh, let's plug this. Jesus Christ, half, one. Look at big goddamn vacuum leak right here. Okay. Fucking amateur night. Oh, let's see if that makes any difference. Got caught it before the battery died, maybe. Getting there. It's pretty close. it's getting there, isn't it? Yeah, the choke was just a little too choky. Starting to clean up now. You bring the temperature gun out? Yeah, let's have a look. 165, 175, 190, 175, 135, 165. So this guy's definitely colder than the other ones. It's definitely warm now though. It's starting to come on. All right, let's try it again here. Pretty good. It's a little snap crackle, but we also, you know, but it's starting right up now. We can't do much without being able to keep it running long enough that it would need coolant. So I'm gonna try leaning it out, and we'll fire it one last time, and that's all we get. Proof of concept, I would say, has been achieved though. MVP goes to the starter today. I just can't keep gassing it long enough. But that's okay, it's gonna run. It runs actually not bad. And it hasn't smoked since the first start, so yeah, mission accomplished, sorta. Well, I'm more or less happy with that. So, you know, for something that has old plugs, old wires, old points, old whatever, it's certainly running well enough that I trust it to go in the car. And if we get it in the car, we will, you know, we can put some coolant in it and then we can properly tune it. Still needs some dialing in, but I'm 100% confident that it is better than the one that is rusted solid with 2 pistons missing. So, anyhow, hope you enjoyed part 2 of swearing at rusty old junk. And next time around, we're going to be putting this in the car, and if it goes in the car, we're going for a drive. That's pretty good. That's been sitting around since before I was born. This is not a new engine. And it seems that we have compression on everybody. It's a little uneven, but it's not going like. It's running well enough that I'm confident that it will smooth out. We haven't had a chance to dial the carburetor. We haven't, you know, it's all just completely thrown together. We've got no fuel supply. So anyhow, as Ashley said, if we can make it go blah blah blah, it's going in. So there it went, blah blah blah, it's going in.
Fellow Canadian.
What? You got something?
Some hood pins?
No.
Better hood?
Well, there's an argument there. It did come with 2 hoods. That's nice, eh? That's the ashtray cover. That's better than what I have.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, you guys gotta be happy with that. Oh.
Factory key.
It's a key. The key that goes in the car. This one was cut differently, so I could take the one that came with the car and overcut it. You know what I'm saying? There was enough material there that it works.
That's
so I'm
cool.
super happy.
An original key.
Yeah, and I got 2 of them. But that ashtray lid, you can't, like even with Teresa's car, they took all that detail out. They just ground it down and chromed it.
Oh.
Because there's nothing else.
There's no way of repairing it.
Yeah, there's no way of making that any better, right? So when I saw that one, I was like, yeah, that's good.
That's right. I'll buy the whole car for that.
Well, that's sort of the thing, right? It's like...
Well, and again, how many times... You cannot restore cars with one car. Like, maybe you don't need 9 cars.
No, you're right. But
You gotta have half a dozen anyway. Datsun sickness strikes again. What did you get in the mail there, Miles?
Well, somebody named Jay Dubois, Oakville, Ontario. Let's see.
I hope it's not so old that whatever it was you sold already.
Yeah, the General Motors Products of Canada, 63 Pontiac. Yeah. I thought it was going to be for the 60, and I'm like, sorry, that one's.
Oh, really? So that must have just recently arrived. What?
wow.
No, 2023. Oh, you have another 63
I have 2.
Pontiac.
We both assume it's for the new one, but it was.
Oh,
for the
that's
old
awesome.
one.
Yeah, so that somebody sent that last year. It was sitting in the Model T.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah, apologies. I should have got that to you right away.
Boy, that's in nice shape.
The fact that Scott loves French cars is the only reason I watch the show. In brackets, not true. My guy.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
I was just so excited for a second there.
I like this guy.
Somebody
I like this
yeah,
guy.
this guy's all right. Where's my orders,
Then
man?
he talks about watching the characters for the handsome middle-aged men. Definitely not true. It's killing us here. Please find attached owner's manual for your 63 Pontiac. Hope you get to use it. Keep up the good work. Keep us entertained. Very nice.
Bientôt.
The Buick should have won. I believe that contest was rigged. This year I'm rooting for this dude.
Oh yeah,
the 50
well,
Buick.
dude won. Yep.
Well, this is
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It's just beautiful. And
Yeah. Wow.
it's going to go to the
no,
new
now you got a
Pontiac.
worthy car for it because you wouldn't want to put that in the other one anyway.
Right, yeah. Tell me.
Look at that.
That is
awesome.
beautiful
Thank you, man.
piece.
Oh, and let's see your shirt, Miles. You guys, we're going to be doing a reissue of all the old shirts. So thanks for everybody who asked about that, because I said if you think we should do the shirts, and like every second comment was yes, please.
Shirts.
So is that open now? Is the store open for all
No,
shirts?
not yet. Not yet. We'll make sure they know. Yeah. We'll make sure everybody knows. Franker's pretty excited about wheels today.
All the way.
Dan also excited. Oh, those are gonna look great. So we're gonna get some proper tires going.
Yeah, we'll put some proper tires today on
Yeah,
it.
that's awesome.
Okay, listen.
Let's see. Get the rattle action. Oh yeah, Dan's got the rattle can technique.
This can's almost about wasted anyway.
Oh, that can's getting dusty.
See, we just get some.
Just get your tack coat on
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Fresh can. Right on. Well, I better go help on the house.
Yeah, all good. I don't.
Those are going to be awesome. I can't wait to see them on the car. Wow. Quest fulfilled, eh?
Yeah. Just it'll look better rolling around the yard.
That is a really good match for just a random off-the-shelf spray can match. It's
Right.
pretty spooky how close that is to the actual color of those. And
Good enough. Right?
yeah, they look fine. Oh, and there 3 of them are the same, Dan. They're all Firestones, except for the one I had, yeah. And again, these are not the wheels that are going to be on it when it's finished and plated, but they are, it's just going to look so much better. And part of this is a mental game, is keeping yourself encouraged, right? And
The wheels
keeping
on look
yourself
so bad, but
enthusiastic, yeah. And
225, 75, 50.
yeah, those all
radials.
seasons look like shit, yeah. So that is just going to make that car just say, let's go, you know? Yeah. Oh, even look at this thing. Put some nice tires on this baby. It's a whole new animal. Did you see the engine in this thing?
No, you said it was missing.
Have a look. It's so garbage. The missing pistons are the good holes.
Like if this was the only one you had,
I would put it. The Packard engine would be going in. Well, seriously, that's a good engine. You could notch the. Maybe I should. No, it's too much work. I don't have time. I've got a great engine to put in it though. The one that's going in is awesome. So.
And then I'll run drive.
Yeah. And it's not even that rusty. So once you got a running driving car, it's not rusty. Then what do? Then you turn on the sewing machine. Then buy some brakes.
Yeah.
And then this is a much prettier car than the Fraser.
Well, then you could park the Fraser and start driving this one.
Yeah. Hell, I could just put the license plate on it. Nobody'd know the difference.
Probably not. No. Probably not.
But this is just such a nicer car in condition. Like, look at the paint on the Fraser is gross. This is lovely original paint.
You can clean this up too. This isn't like you haven't tried.
No, I haven't even done it. All I did was wipe it off with a rag.
Yeah.
This, if you actually clean this thing up, it would look pretty good.
Chrome's good on it.
Enough of it is, yeah. Okay, I've got a couple of carburetor issues to sort out today. First thing I've got is the carburetor for the 51 Kaiser. Has been in the ultrasonic for a couple of afternoons here, so we're going to take that out, put that back together, and put the Buick carburetor in there for a quick rinsing. We went through this carburetor when we got Miles's black car running a year or two ago, and the carburetor seemed largely okay, but I don't trust this accelerator pump, so we'll probably have to do some amount of fiddling around. But I want to get this put together so that we can run the Buick on Dan's stand. Long day, hey boo-boo dog? Yeah. There's my Sunday afternoon shot up, and got one carburetor for the Kaiser and another one for the Buick. Very similar carburetors. Luckily I had a third very similar carburetor to use for a few pieces. So I'm going to take this parts carb and this Buick carb, and I'm going to head over to Dan's and we're going to mount them up on the Nailhead. And we're getting very close to running that. I know I keep saying that, but I really wanted to go first try. So I wanted to go through this carburetor very quickly one more time. As I said, we had it running on Miles's engine, but we didn't run it for very long because of the ferocious knocking feature. This actually looks to be pretty much good to go. This was in better shape than it had any right to be. Both of them have Carter's fancy little automatic choke, which I've put back together and set it to just kind of a default setting. Ditto the idle mixture screws, and yeah, we'll see how she goes. I'm going to put together some fuel line, some transmission cooler line, and a brand new set of plugs, and we'll head over to Dan's. Let's just see how it goes. All right, we are back at the GCFCE. Time to check out Dan's new airport hangar here. Check this shit out. What? This thing's so big I'm gonna drive right inside just so we can get a look. Fun. What a madman. Parked beside my other favorite black car right there. Yes. Did I still get a deal at the dealership?
For what?
Filters.
Yeah. Your kit technically still works there.
Sweet.
Oh, look at that. Shit, you got the caps and the wheels painted. That looks so nice.
That is so much better. Look at that thing. Even got the skirts on, buddy.
Just the one. The other one's too rusty.
Oh yeah.
It's too rusty.
One will hang on there though.
Yeah.
Man, that looks cool though.
Yeah.
That looks better, hey?
Car has a nice stance, eh? It's
Yeah.
not that.
Now that it has the right tires and stuff on it, yes. Or like the right height of tires.
Yeah, that is such a pretty car, man. Gotta have the GCFCE dishes on there.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you want to work on it too. Like, you can see just how badass that car is gonna be when it's done.
And that's the correct wheels.
Mhm.
Like those are the correct wheels for the car.
Okay. We've spent the evening at Dan's here getting the 364 ready to go, and I'm very happy with everything now. There's a bit of a shopping list I'll show you guys, but everything looking pretty decent. Still waiting on some plug wires. We ordered some really cute ones. We'll see if they're here in time. If not, we're gonna have to just run some ugly high performance kind of stuff. Got a oil pressure gauge hooked up. One of the things on my shopping list is we need an adapter to run the temp gauge, and what else do we need? We're going to run a vacuum gauge, manifold vacuum, and I need an adapter so we can cork off or run the vacuum advance to the carb. I'm not super worried about having vacuum advance right now. We're just trying to break it in. I'm not really worried about fuel economy right now. We've got our heater hose looped thusly. I'm kind of thinking that I'll leave it like that till it goes in the car, and then you just cut it there and run it into the core. Otherwise we could have just made a little short loop. Yeah, this is why I want to get a 90 on there so we don't have to run it through the belt once it goes on the car. We'll probably make a nice hard line, but this is going to be fine for break-in. And let's see, I think that's it. Really hoping the carburetor is good. I spent the afternoon going through it again. Pretty confident that it will run. Got my new plugs in, and we just dusted the breather caps because they were not done. And yeah, coolant, everything looking good to go. Had to make a gasket for the carburetor. I'm going to look for a thicker one, but again, for break-in, I'm sure we'll be okay here. So that's about it. Let's have a look at the list. Adapter, the transmission cooler lines. I want to just loop them together here, so we have to make some kind of rig there. I don't know if we're using any of this transmission.
Do you have a tail shaft at all? Or like a joint out of that other torque tube you pulled apart? Is there a U-joint at the front of it?
No, because this is out of like a 62. So this is an open drive. But I see what you're saying. If we had a U-joint, you could...
Or a yoke? Just shove it in there?
I'll see if I can get something. Because that would be nice if it didn't leak at all, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
List is getting shorter.
The list is shorter. And this is all hopefully just one or two stops. But where do you even buy fittings anymore, you know?
Home Depot.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course my cracked oil pan will be getting replaced, so I gotta paint that this week as well. But I wonder what they sound like.
I have no idea.
And we're back for the final prep on the engine. It looks like, what do? We got all of our adapters adapted.
So we have, what do we have here? We have vacuum gauge, we have oil pressure, we have temperature, we have a fuel line all set up now.
Yep.
We have rad.
We looped the cooler lines there.
So we should be okay there.
It should be ready to start. What do you think? Can we maybe run it on the weekend here?
I don't see why not, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to bring the washers for the carburetor, but it'll run without that.
Yeah, so you can bring those,
it.
that's
Yeah,
an
okay.
easy switch. Yeah. Yeah, that's an easy switch.
Yeah.
Plug wire still doesn't show up, so we will just run another ones for now.
Yep.
Just as temporaries.
Yeah, right.
So literally the only thing we need to do when you get here is put plug wires on it. Did you prime it, the oil?
Yeah, it's all primed. Yeah.
Okay, so the oil primed, do you have oil?
Yeah, I'll bring oil. It's full of oil.
Like break-in oil?
Yeah, it's full of the
hot
exact
rod?
oil, yeah.
Yeah,
It's full of what we want, yeah.
Okay. So this will be here, here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
That's it then.
Because it has a built-in solenoid,
Yeah,
essentially, right?
it's all ready to go.
And then this will have to get
And then we'll hook up the
mounted.
exhaust once we move it into the middle of the room. It's gonna be so nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Why so?
Well, because I've never. It's funny, you know. I'm 50, whatever. This is the first engine I've ever actually built,
Oh,
like from the pistons up.
that's fair. Yeah.
Like
I get
the
it.
thing is, I've always bought cars with engines that ran, and I've never wrecked them. So even if I had a slightly tired engine, I was like, meh.
RGF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, if you drive them easy, they don't fail.
Yeah.
So
Once this is all broken in and you're super happy with it, you know what? You're not going to mind getting your foot into it a little bit, even when you get on the baseline and like put your foot into the pedal, because you know it's brand new.
yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, and I don't have to take it easy on it.
It,
Yeah.
You still
and
don't
we're
know.
gonna go through the transmission.
Yeah, the
not this
manual
one,
has gone
but
through.
we'll do the other one. And
67, sorry.
this will be the first car I've ever owned with a completely new drivetrain. Oh no, the Model T.
Yeah, the Model T. Yeah.
Well, that's what's going to be fun about this is we know, because if there's a leak or something, fine, you know.
But you can fix it right
But we
now.
fix it all now, and then when it goes in the car, it's done.
It's done.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be. It's a great looking engine.
I
I'm
know,
really
I love
happy
the
with
color.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is just so much fun for a not an engine guy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I really like it. I just like the way it looks. I like all
it's
the
gonna be
pulleys and stuff. All right, well, that's the preamble. So yeah, 3 trips to the store to get all this bullshit, but we finally got it all working. So. Look at that, though.
I got one more sticker to go, and then
Oh, look at that. Still smells like paint. Nice. What's the other sticker? The timing one?
silver one that goes in the valve cover.
Oh, yeah,
here.
yeah.
It'll say 6 degrees before top dead center and some
Yeah.
plug number.
That looks nice, though, hey? And no, look how nice and dry it is, eh?
Yeah. And that's pretty rare in this.
First time this car has
That's really
ever not been leaking something. When we were kids, I don't think I came home twice and the hood wasn't open on this thing. Did you lose, or is that the original air cleaner?
No, that came with the 4-door.
So yours is long gone?
Oh, long gone.
Day 2?
But these heads are
Those
the heads
are
from
this-
the junkyard car.
No kidding.
Yeah.
As in the original car?
As in
original
the
car.
serial number car. Those
serial-
heads
those
match this serial number.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
They've been on a very roundabout tour, but they're back on this car in this configuration.
Have you done your quarter-mile test yet?
Kind of, but I had a bunch of weight in it.
Is it faster? Is it getting close though?
Oh yeah, I can really do it slow, but I take out the speaker, the spare, all my tools.
Yeah, oh yeah, you got
When
it.
it dro-
Is it significant already?
Yeah, I'm thinking we can probably get it to 2 seconds faster.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Probably that.
All the lights working and stuff that you never did as a kid, eh? Always 1 or 2.
I don't need it very high in the air. I just want to be able to sit on a stool.
What do you think of the before and after, Frankers? Before, after. And the engine is done. Finishing touch, the vehicle approved exhaust emission control sticker. Is this one finished? Is this one you just did?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it Yeah, I'm gonna call it that. I'll polish it a bit more, just a little.
Yeah.
Wipe off the rest of it. I don't know. If I took it to a proper place and they ran a lathe or...
Oh, of course, it would look brand new.
But
then you might as well buy them brand new because... Although, you know what, you can buy these brand new, but they're all Chinese.
Yeah.
And they won't be as good as these.
Sweet minty biases. The balancing of motorbike tires is hard. It's just, but the mounting, I can do dirt bike tires because I don't care about the rims, but street bikes with good fucking painted alloy wheels, I don't want to wreck those, right?
There it is, all finished. Wheels on. That was great, eh? Double mags today. The old hoist isn't sitting around doing nothing.
Everyone's been hoarding mags for years.
Yeah.
To 83, which is 75 plus 10% because it's a little loose. Should be 13.
Oh yeah, I grabbed what I thought was 13. I grabbed 7, 8.
No, you got 13. Oh, unless they swap.
No, you have to take it for a drive.
Yes.
We were just going to go for a chip run, so if you're around, you can follow us.
And there's the finishing touches.
Now that it's been...
How fat of a rubber could you find for the back?
I didn't. I had these tires from before, Miles.
All right.
Yeah, well, it's probably quicker than 10 seconds like it was before, so.
Is that what it was before?
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrific. Sure didn't drive this nice when it was all, remember how shagged the front end was?
Both front wheels didn't even point the same direction.
Always like the hood on these. Proud of them.
Yeah.
The instruments are cool too.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird...
The way they did that.
Yeah, and I can't get over whoever it was made by some company, I believe, in New England, Connecticut, possibly. These dashes in '69 and '68, they don't crack.
That's weird.
Like I have two
not
blue
around
ones.
here anyway.
But I mean, every dash cracked back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, in the States, they might have
Oh,
cracked.
they might have. But I mean, up here, you couldn't find a Chrysler without a crack in the dash.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like they all cracked, right?
whatever this material was pretty durable. Yeah, it's kind of a weird control system. All the HVAC, these little sliders under there. I didn't really appreciate that. That's just the way it was when you were a kid, right? Yeah. But now I look at it and go, that's kind of unique. Four pods.
The 4 pods look cool.
Yeah, but there's like hardly any instrumentation in any of them. Bunch of idiot lights. Blank pod. I think this was a clock.
Yeah.
And you might get attacked on the far left one with the fuel gauge, I think, if you'd spent the money.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's neat that they brought the vinyl pad down to encompass the gauges.
Yeah,
rather than having this be a block.
And it's a faux stitching in there.
Yeah. It's quite nice detailing. And I like the door handles on these.
My truck, 2015 F-150, same door handles.
Yeah.
It's weird that they come around, eh? Who was it was telling me? Was it Dan that was saying that, or somebody was saying it, or you said somebody on YouTube told you?
Yeah, somebody wrote in the comments that there was a lot of these ordered with a certain kind of package as like spring specials, base model car with vinyl top, sport mirrors, and full-size wheel covers, probably white walls too, just to dress up the basers and make them look a little, and maybe 302 two-barrel
302
single exhaust. Yeah.
It had a radio.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get pretty cheap to not get a radio by 1969, but yeah, it had sport mirrors, vinyl top, 302, and a radio.
But manual steering and brakes.
Yeah. I met the original owner.
Oh yeah?
I went and visited him.
Oh, that's right.
He had that sweet Mercury with the turnpike cruiser.
Ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You never asked him if he ordered it or bought it off the
No, I don't
lot.
recall.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't recall. He got it from Healy Ford in Edmonton.
Oh, that's right. We got this car. We don't have to wait for that guy on the horizon.
Yeah.
I'm used to like
sound.
Oh, you could take this car anywhere now.
Yeah, it's happy at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just, you don't have to steer it at all.
Get it dropped down to first.
Ready?
Yeah.
Breathing through the original air cleaner, right? Yeah, it's pretty good for $100 junkyard car. Yeah, it just drives nice. The wheels are great too.
Yeah, nothing beats a period slot.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the show again this week. As always, a terrific time putting it together thanks, of course, everybody for hitting the old like button and leaving a comment. It really does help the videos get seen. Very much appreciated. This is where I would ask that everybody please double check that you are subscribed if you think you are. It does happen very often that people get unsubscribed for reasons that I won't really try to fathom, but it does happen. And if you're not subscribed, please consider it. It doesn't cost anything, of course, and does help the old show. I also wanted to thank everybody who ordered a 37 Chevy shirt. We have most of them in the mail already, and the rest of them will be going in this week. And of course, thanks as always to the patrons of the show. You guys make it possible to do this every week and to save these cars. It simply wouldn't happen otherwise. Shit. You see that? That purr just dive bombed me. Thank you guys. The show is for you. I never get tired of saying it because it's true. I also want to sincerely thank anybody who contributed to the show here through the PayPal option or the super thanks option on YouTube. It's very generous of you guys, and it does really help put the pieces together for these cars, and very much appreciated. I also want to say a very sincere and special thank you to Mr. Kevin Brooks. Kevin has sent an egregiously generous donation to the show here, and as he suggested, we are going to put it towards the trunk floor for the 1960 Impala. That is very kind of you, man, and will save a tremendous amount of time and get that car put together that much faster. So thank you so much. I also want to thank Donald Tuohy, Steve Irish, and Randall Morgan. You guys, that was extremely generous of you guys to send such kind donations to the show. It is very much appreciated, and we will certainly put it towards finishing these cars as quickly as we can. We have a lot of cars to do, and you guys are making it possible. Even this old Kaiser here is actually it's clawing its way up the to-do list and may even become a roadworthy car sometime. Everybody, please have a terrific week. I've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I filmed a whole lot of the photography project with my friend James, and I think we had a lot of fun with that, and I'll be putting a video together of that process, and it involved starting up a whole lot of these heaps, and we had a pretty fantastic couple of days. I didn't have time to edit that for this week, so that will be coming up. And I'm hoping to fire up the Buick 364 in the next few days here. Of course, that will be coming up as well, and the rest, right? When the boys get back in town, we're going to put the engine into this Kaiser. I hope you're looking forward to that as much as I am. This is a worthy car, I think, and very encouraged about how the engine process went today. Anyway, everybody have a terrific week, and we'll talk to you very soon. Cheers. Is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.